Hi beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Favor and I'm a lifestyle content creator living in Manitoba, Canada. If this is the first time here, you're definitely on the right channel. Please consider clicking the subscribe button so you can join the fam. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming here when I post new videos. So as some of you already know, I started a series on life in Canada, and today's video is going to be a part of the whole series. If you haven't seen my previous videos, please do well to check out my playlist and you'll see other videos that are related. So without wasting so much of your time, let's jump right into the video. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about things to do before you move to Canada. Of course, what better way to start this series? You need to, have a plan. You need to think about so many things. And I have decided to do the research for you and, share those tips with you. I would like to start by saying I am not an immigration consultant in any way, okay? These are just things that I have learned over time and things that I have, researched on my own. Things change, so you want to be as current as possible. And this will lead me to my first point, which is IRCC. If you don't know what IRCC is, do you really want to move to Canada? Like, what is really your plan? Because IRCC has to be your best friend. That's the first thing you need to know when you consider moving to Canada. IRCC stands for Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada. This website has literally everything you need. I know some people don't want to go through the hustle of researching and doing everything, but trust me, IRCC is your best friend. In fact, it should be your best friend if you want to relocate to Canada. Like, that's where you find literally everything you need. You can't want to move without knowing IRCC, because that's pretty much where you do most of the applications. That's where you find the information you need. That's where you find every single thing you need with regards your applications, the whole process and everything. Like, that should be your best friend. Okay, I know I've said it so many times, but I can't overemphasize the importance of IRCC. Like, you guys, you need to make IRCC your best friend. Anyways, let's go to the next point. The next thing you want to consider is your pathway. How do you want to come to Canada? Do you want to come in as an international student? Are you coming in based on family sponsorship, or are you coming in as an investor, like someone that's coming to do business here? Or are you coming in here as a skilled worker? Like, there are so many pathways, and if you want me to do a more detailed video on those pathways, please let me know. You can always leave your thoughts or questions in the comment section down below, or you can send me a direct message and I will get to it as soon as possible. But yeah, those are some of the pathways you can use to come into Canada. So you need to decide which works better for you. Most people come in as an international student because it tends to be one of the easiest ways, but I don't know, like, I don't necessarily think it's that easy, considering the fact that there are a lot of limitations and would I say rules in place for international students. I mean, you can't have every single thing you want, so of course, like, something has to give for something. It's also very expensive coming in as an international student, so there are a lot of things that you need to consider. You also want to consider cost, okay? Like, the application process costs money, okay? Like, to move costs money. Like, anywhere you're moving to costs money, okay? Even if you just want to travel to the next city, it costs some money, okay? How much more relocating out of a country to another? Okay, you need to factor all these things. You're expected to have a certain amount of money to be able to relocate. I think when last I checked, it was about 12 to 13,000. But yeah, the important thing is you need to have money, okay? And at the end of the day, one way to think about it is Canada is looking for people that would benefit their economy to an extent. So what are you bringing that can benefit their country? Okay, like, think about it from that perspective. Once you start thinking about it that way, you're more likely going to go in the right direction, because they really want people that would help them, okay? Like, you're probably bringing in something that would be useful to them, maybe like a skill, or you're bringing in money to come and invest in the economy. Like, at the end of the day, they want people that would benefit their economy, okay? So always think about that. I don't want this video to be long, so I'm going to be breaking this video into different topics and different segments. But anyways, let's continue. Another very important thing to consider is where you'll be landing. What province and what city do you intend to go? These are things that you need to consider. A few people have sent me messages asking about what language is official in Canada, because some people are just worried about not being able to speak French. And honestly, you don't have to be worried about that. Canada's official languages are French and English. The only thing is there are some provinces that speak more of French than English, like Quebec. So in Quebec, you're more likely going to meet more people that know how to speak French, okay? So if you don't know how to speak French like me, you can go somewhere else. But honestly, not knowing how to speak French isn't a barrier, because there are people that don't know how to speak French and also also move to Quebec, okay? So yeah, don't worry about that. If you speak French, it's a bonus for you, but if you can't, relax, okay? It's not that bad. As long as you speak English and you speak your English well, like, you're good, okay? Like, don't worry about that. Another thing to consider is the cost of living, especially when trying to determine what province you're going to move to. The minimum wage is different across provinces, so the fact that, you know, you hear that the minimum wage is, say, $11 doesn't mean it's $11 across Canada. It's different across provinces, especially because the cost of living is different in those provinces, okay? I stay in Manitoba, and the minimum wage in Manitoba is $11.90, you know, about there. And I know in Alberta it's about $14 or $15, and same with Ontario, it's about $14 or $15. So you can see that it's different across provinces. And of course, like, by hearing that alone, you can tell that the cost of living in Manitoba is lower than the cost of living in Ontario. So this is something that you really need to consider, okay? I mean, most times your salary is able to, you know, account for the cost of living, but to be very honest, it's not that easy, okay? Like in Manitoba, for example, I really don't know what's going on, but the cost of accommodation has really skyrocketed. And this leads me to my next point. Cost of accommodation is another thing that I need to consider, okay? You guys, in Nigeria, for example, most people pay their rent yearly, but that's not the case here in Canada, okay? Like, everybody pays their rent monthly, but most people pay their rent monthly, okay? If you have so much money and you can drop money for 1 year, like, go for it, okay? But most people just pay their rent monthly, and rent is actually a whole lot. I'm gonna be doing a separate video talking about rent and the cost, you know, and everything you can expect when it comes to finding accommodation in Canada. You guys, rent is monthly, okay? So like, if they tell you that your rent is $1,000, best believe that is 1,000 every month, okay? Like, times 12. So do the math. Like, you guys, to move to Canada, it's not for the faint-hearted. I know at the end of the day, you know, most people just want to move by all means, but there is a whole lot that is involved when it comes to moving to Canada, especially, you know, the cost of living and just trying to, you know, enjoy life, okay? Like I said, I have a separate video about everything accommodation in Canada, okay? So please look out for that video. It's gonna be up soon. Another thing to consider is to, you know, get some form of temporary accommodation prior to moving to Canada, okay? You need somewhere to stay at least for the first few days after you land. So if it's a hotel or an apartment, Airbnb, whatever, you need to find something. So definitely check the province you're going to and check for options that are available to you. Again, this is different per person because everyone has different, you know, expectations, everyone has different tastes, and everyone's financial capacity is different. So definitely check out for what works for you, but you definitely need some form of temporary accommodation after you land in Canada, okay? You cannot come and be living on that bridge, like, no thanks. So you can check out, you know, for what options are available to you. Most people just, you know, check in hotels. Again, if you know someone, this might be helpful, but if you don't know anyone, okay, it's not the end of the world. There are hotels, and Airbnb still exists. At least it still exists when I made this video, okay? So yeah, definitely look for some form of temporary or, you know, long-term accommodation pending when you land in Canada, okay? For you to submit some applications, you need to, you know, pay some money, okay? So you need to consider all this external cost, okay? You're still going to eat when you reach, okay? You're still going to pay for accommodation, you're still going to pay for utilities and other things, okay? You're not going to be living on a bridge. So there is a whole lot of money that needs to be on ground when you want to move to the abroad, okay? Like, think about it. Anyways, like I said, this video is just to help people that are considering moving to Canada. Another thing to consider is what season are you going to be moving. If you want to move in the winter or in the summer or in the spring or fall, anytime you want to move is okay, but you just need to brace yourself, okay? Especially if you want to move in the winter, because Canada's weather, I know people have probably told you about how cold it is, or you've probably heard how cold it is. It's not a lie, especially when you're living in a place like Manitoba. But I want to tell you, don't be discouraged, okay? Stay focused, keep your eye on the goal. The goal is to live, right? Don't let any -50-degree weather discourage you. You can do it. We have been living here, we did not die, we are still alive, so you can do it, okay? I know it's cold, okay, but you know, it's not as bad. It's actually bad. I'm not gonna lie, it's bad. -50, -52 is bad. It's bad. It's very cold, I'll not lie. But jokes apart, like, it's actually cold, but I mean, it's not that bad. People have been living here for years. Like, people have been living here for so long and they did not die. You know, they've made it work. They have a system that works. Most buildings have heat in them, and so in the winter you're able to stay warm. And when you're going out, you're not going to be wearing tank top and shorts, like, right? So you'll be fine. Like, you wear your jackets and everything, and you prepare your body, prepare your mind, prepare your soul, because to go out in the winter, it's not that easy. But yeah, like, it's cold, but I mean, it's not that bad. You would have heat in your house, and you're not going to be outside for the whole day, right? Like, you just maybe go from your house to the bus stop and enter your bus and get to wherever you're going to. Like, It's not that bad, you'll be fine. Okay, so don't let the cold discourage you. Anyways guys, I don't want this video to be so long, so I'm gonna stop here and we'll continue in our next video. Okay, so keep an eye out for the next video. I'm going to be sharing on other tips that are useful for new immigrants in Canada. Okay, this video was solely about things to do or things to consider before you move, and just a few things that I have experienced so far. Okay, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you still haven't subscribed, please don't forget to do so, and I'll see you in my next video. But until then, stay safe and stay blessed. Bye.